So the baker made his musical entry on the scene with the jang jang sound of his specially made bamboo staff. So the author is trying to explain the scene when the baker man used to come with his basket full of loaves or pao, and how the bamboo tube used to rattle and make a lot of noise, which was an indication that he has come he has entered the village to sell his bread. One hand supported the basket on his head, and the other banged the bamboo on the ground. So one hand used to support the basket, and the other hand used to rattle the bamboo staff or the bamboo tube, just to make noise and indicate that he's come. He would greet the lady of the house with good morning, and then place his basket on the vertical bamboo. So he would bring the basket down, and then he would put it on the bamboo tube to support it. We kids would be pushed aside with a mild rebuke. So when children used to surround the bread man, the bread seller, just in the hope that they'll get those sweet bread bangles, the bread man used the bread seller used to rebuke or show an expression of disagreement, and the loaves would be delivered to the servant, and the bread loaves would be given to the servant. Remember that the servant used to come to take the bread loaves. But we would not give up. So we, as the author is trying to narrate his story, that he and the other children, they would never lose hope. We would climb a bench or the parapet and peep into the basket. So if this is this is an everyday routine and this also shows the excitement of these little children when the bread man used to come, so that they could get at least one that spring bread bangle, that they would climb on top on an elevated table or anything, just to make sure, just to see as in what are the things inside the basket, what are the things that he has to sell. I can still recall the typical fragrance of those loaves. So this is something which is an inbuilt expression for the author, because as a Goanese, he grew up with these this special kind of bread called pao or bun. So he can still correlate that experience with the fragrance, with the pleasant smell. Loaves for the elders and the bangles for the children. So the bread loaves, the square loaves, pieces of bread were for the elder people, and the bread bangles, the sweet ones, were for children, for young ones. Then we did not even care to brush our teeth or wash our mouth properly. That was an excitement that the narrator or the author is trying to say, that they did not think about the hygiene point of view, and they would eat those bangles without even washing their face or brushing their teeth. But why should we? Remember, the bread man used to come very early in the morning, yeah? So who would take the trouble of plucking the mango leaf for the toothbrush? So this is an age-old tradition. Remember, the author is just trying to give a better picture about a typical Goanese village life. So maybe they used to use the mango leaf as a toothbrush. Maybe this is pre-independence story, when there were no toothbrushes, or toothbrushes were very expensive. So he said, who would remember to pluck a mango leaf to brush their teeth? And why was it necessary at all? The tiger never brushed his teeth. So this is an expression that the tiger never brushes his teeth. So why do they need to brush their teeth? Hot tea could wash and clean up everything so nicely after all. And then they used to justify this statement, saying that hot tea would clean their teeth, so there is no need to brush the teeth.